Welcome back.
In Utah, it is illegal to swear in front of a dead person.
What?
Fuck that.
Oh Lord, I can't believe my wife is dead. What? Handcuffs?
Like seriously, like you're at a murder scene, like your significant other, family member, someone fucking killed him, The police start handcuffing you? That's stupid.
Here's the thing: is like that's not enforceable. The cops curse more than anybody, just as much as anybody. Yeah, someone fucking stabbed this person. That's it, James. You're going to prison.
That is so dumb.
Let him yell into the darkness by himself or with his own little fans.
He's not leaving into the darkness. He's not riding into the sunset. He is opening doors to allow this to happen because he is not let go.
I said let him yell into the darkness.
Oh, okay. Same thing, honestly.
He don't want to yell into the darkness though. He don't want to do that.
He wants people to hear him.
He wants this. He wants this.
No, he doesn't want this.
I don't think he wants Sonic Mario.
Hey, you don't know him.
You know what he's into.
Like what you like.
No, I'm sorry.
Most
Trump
of the time.
is into voluptuous 3D blonde bimbos, sir. Thank you very much.
Missionary position while the YMCA is playing in the background. And he's just a pumping to the beat. Bam, 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 bam.
What do you say about Minnesota, huh?
That you're gonna see a moose and everybody claps when it happens, and that's your week.
You don't have to be truthful. You can lie. Oh man.
I mean, you're not even in the cheese place, so you can't even enjoy like a lot of cheese.
Minnesota, North Shore Scenic Drive.
Wow, driving.
Minneapolis.
Is there
Institute
wheat?
of Art.
Wow, art. Is there wheat?
Pretty good zoo.
Pretty good zoo. This is the state, not a city. The state.
For the Scenic Drive.
You went back to the drive.
Mountains, cliffs, beaches, forests, lighthouse, waterfalls. No mention of wheat, unfortunately, so that takes it down a little bit.
It's ruined now.
Cool. A nature center, which is basically a zoo. An art museum. There was already an art museum. Wait a second.
Wow.
Leif Erikson Park and Rose Garden.
Oh, you know what? Okay. The Mall of America is in the city that they host it.
Okay, that's a what? 2-hour trip? 3 hour?
We're just listing things.
No, I don't know how you make a weekend out of the state of Minnesota. Oh no.
Minnesota North American Bear Center.
There you go.
Hey, hold
Boom.
What the is a bear center?
Hey, you can see a lot of bears. I'd be down to see some bears.
It's a center that has bears. Of course.
Is a unique bear and wildlife educational facility.
Oh no. Here's what the bears eat. Oh, thanks. You just made bears less cool. Hey, a science museum. I love science. I would go to something like that.
Legit, like four. There's like 5 things in museums. And then there's stuff like Minnesota History Center, which is basically a museum.
You know what this list sounds a lot like? The Ohio list that we read.
Dude, it's a lot like it.
This is awful.
This is terrible.
The hypocrisy of people with the Confederate statues that are like, don't erase my history, but then as soon as you start talking about critical race theory, erase that history though.
Not that one.
Don't teach that history.
That was what Trump was doing. Like, hey, yo, stop the count, but let us count over there.
Stop counting Michigan and Pennsylvania and all the places where I might lose if y'all keep counting. But the ones where I'm behind, like in Arizona,
We need
keep
to get
counting.
them numbers up. Count them up. Look, you can't have it both ways like that.
Yes, I can.
And yes, he did.
But I bet you if you looked at like Europe, you'd see like 70%, 80%.
I don't know, honestly, because the vaccine manufacturers that have made the vaccine are here.
See, that's the saddest point. There are people over in other places that want that vaccine and just have no access to it. The numbers would be even higher for them if they just could get it. Whereas we are in abundance. They're literally like, hey, moonwalk in here and get your vaccine, yo.
They were talking about going door to door, just like, hey, yo, we sticking people.
Show your card and get stuck.
SWAT team comes in, jabs you in the arm, leaves.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Mission successful. Moving out. On to next target.
We got
Was
3
robbed.
back to back to back in Yoma. My
was
God, we were killing it.
I was robbed. Robbed.
Mm.
Robbed.
I was gonna bring it up. Oh my god. It was so bad.
Nat even told us this. If it had not been for
I don't care what she
a
said.
single vote for the bias of that My Little Pony bullshit, it had no reason to win. It
I
was
don't care
my
what she said.
turn. It was mine.
I don't
And
care what she said.
bum
I care
bullshit.
I care the award that was given out. And at the end of the day, who cares? Who cares? Who cares who went to the NBA Finals versus the champion? You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
I mean, hey,
It was
anybody.
mine. You pandering.
Who was in the finals in the 2012 NBA Finals?
Do they list
Okay,
the
then.
second place MVP
Stick.
person?
Yeah.
No, they don't.
No, it's not like, hey, Aaron Rodgers, you were the MVP. But Brady, you did real good too. And if not for
I did
Rodgers
something
being
no
so
one else on
spectacular,
YouTube had
you
ever
probably
done.
would have won. But unfortunately, Rodgers was just too good.
I did
So
something
you-
that
Shame
didn't
that.
even exist on the
Shame that.
internet, and I did it well. But it hadn't been for the
Darn.
pandering bullshit that I had to go up against.
That's a
It should have been
darn.
mine. So no, I don't give that to you, and I never will.
No, but he,
You don't have to give anything to me. I won something absent of you.
Okay.
something was definitely giving it to him. Best in show plaque.
Oh my
Uh-huh.
god.
Okay. Okay.
All right, so what's the holidays? Let's go through the holidays that we want.
Arbor Day. Oh, what did
Oh,
we
boy.
want?
Yeah, that we're shaving off,
This is
and
happening.
let's just say 3 years from now, these are our holidays right now.
Okay, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween, New Year's Day.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, take off New Year's Day and
you-
just make it New Year's Eve.
I'm combining them two.
Okay,
We could keep
New Year's.
We could keep the wacky fake ones like Kwanzaa and Hanukkah.
Yeah,
We keep
understandable.
those are fine.
Y'all aren't real. I just want y'all to know. Lighting candles, come on, y'all know what y'all are.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah, I think we down to four.
Fiji,
what
you
I'm
at
buying-
this point, do you
Oh
just
yeah,
wanna say the
we
joke?
need veterans memorials. Those stay.
Okay,
We
let's
got
get rid of
six.
Arbor and Labor Day.
Arbor and Labor are gone.
Okay, how about this? Let's combine Valentine's and Swedish Day to like a late February, early March time frame.
I'll accept that. We don't need Easter.
Yeah, get rid of Easter.
Easter is dumb. It makes no sense when you think about it for half a second. Easter's out. We got 7. Anybody else want to keep anything?
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Podcast of Stuff, episode 244. I gotta say, this OBS thing, the stream information, is just there. I can see it. So I'm never gonna be confused about the number anymore.
Yeah, you.
Woo! All right. A lot happened this week. A lot.
Yeah. Yeah, it did.
Considering last week too, a lot happened. It was just like, okay, because Jesus is too busy fighting crime in Gotham to be born. Wait, what? Oh, why doesn't Easter make sense? Okay, all right, yeah. The revisited. So, Batman was compared to Jesus.
Compared to Jesus, Adam and Eve, and Moses.
Interesting.
No,
not at all.
Oh boy.
It was another loosey-goosey episode where we just talked and...
The loosiest and the goosiest. Any episode with Chris, you just know it's gonna be a loosey-goosey one.
You lost your ability to revisit.
Oh yeah, we've said it several times. We need something to break this curse.
Oh boy.
It's not working. Whatever we're doing, it ain't working.
Has there been any other Comey videos that have been linked?
Oh, several.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but none of them are like super long. I like longer videos.
Okay.
I mean, it's good for a stream, but
We're probably gonna have to wait until at least the season end. How many episodes are we talking? 26, 13?
I don't know. But we're at episode 6, and they are going fast.
Well, they're pretty short little chapters.
Yeah, and they do about 3 to 5 chapters an episode.
Oh, 5.
Dude, there are a lot. The last episode I just watched had... No, I think that was even episode 4 where they went into Comey's room for the first time. We already got her speaking on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, yeah, we're on episode 5, and they're just like, whoop, whoop, whoop.
Then. Gavin, that video was a curse.
I mean, the chapters themselves are pretty short, so I can see this anime booking through a lot.
Oh,
of
the
it.
text is getting cut off. By the way,
I know.
Mike.
I'm working on that now. Just noticed it too. New widgets.
Yeah, because Streamlabs. Oof.
Yeah.
Oof. I'm surprised you ain't put that in the title.
I forgot about that too. I forgot to add that in the thing. Yeah. For those that didn't see in the Discord or what have you, over this past week, I switched to a new streaming software, which was the original OBS, because Streamlabs, scummy individuals they are.
The scummiest.
Like, it's kind of baffling. So, like, the whole thing is, OBS came out a couple years ago, and it's a completely open source software. It's free. They just ask for donations to help with the contribution process to the software. They don't charge for it. That means they're not making money off of it. That means all the donations just go to them working on it to add new features and what have you. And then Streamlabs OBS came out, and then basically what Streamlabs OBS is OBS. But they have added some like integrations and some like alert stuff and things on top of it that you can then they have their own website, which then you can get a premium membership for like chatbot and a whole bunch of other stuff and what have you. And there was nothing really announced like about it from either OBS, and then Streamlabs was just calling themselves Streamlabs OBS, and they put a trademark in for that name and what have you. Well, turns out, OBS have been trying to, behind the scenes, quietly, like, deal with, like, hey, we don't want you using the name. Could you not? And then they filed for the the copyright on the name. And then, basically, they've been trying to quietly, for the last couple of years, address all these issues, and Streamlabs has been defiant and... Non-compliant. That's a great word. And so OBS finally was just like, hey, they're doing all this stuff, and basically
they only started talking about them doing all that stuff because another company came out and said, Streamlabs had stolen their whole like website and stuff.
Yeah, that's right. They had like,
I think it was a Light Deck or something like that.
Lightstream, I think it's called.
Lightstream.
Yeah, they basically almost verbatim copy pasted the their website in terms of like a console. It's like a browser-based streaming where it's like it's not software. You just open up this web page and then you can stream through it. And they even did it jokingly where it's just like, hey, can I copy your homework? Yeah, but change up a few things so it doesn't look like you copied. And even to the point where it's just like the air quote customer testimonials were basically the exact same things in the exact same place. And it's just like, dude, come on,
They just changed the
guys.
name of the people.
Just
They didn't even try.
Yeah, overall, just shitty. Let's see here.
Oh, they even Streamlabs replying like, "Hey, that was like a test website. It went live accidentally. Blah blah blah." Dude, lies.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, then OBS came out with that, and then basically an exodus was happening, us included, of not using Streamlabs OBS anymore. I switched over to regular OBS, found this really cool plugin to OBS called Stream Elements, which lets me play my YouTube music through a playlist that's displayed on the stream. I have like a whole bunch of other chat elements. Like the only thing that I don't have right now, and I'll figure it out, is I can't see how many viewers we have in OBS when I used to be able to with Streamlabs. That's the only thing. And boohoo, I can go to our channel and see it if I really wanted to.
If you care enough to.
Yeah. Or Triton can just tell me. Thanks, Triton. And now the chat's just flat out doesn't seem to be showing anymore. Work in progress. But yeah, and then Streamlabs comes out and it's just like, oh man, we really apologize for this. We're gonna change our name. It's like this is you're only doing this because you got caught. Like it's the only reason.
Not even caught, but called out so hard.
Baby, I've changed. It's like it's been 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's a Rizzy rap on them.
Yeah. So good luck to them. I'm actually really liking what we have now in terms of our stream software. And there's just like a whole bunch of other plugins that I could potentially use too now. It's opened up a bigger door, which is cool. So yeah, that happened. Now I'm gonna go into my normal spiel, but just going to linger on this a little more. So we have Stop Asian Hate, get your vaccine, keep wearing your masks, and
booster if you can.
Huh? Booster if you can. Thank you. And I want to very much emphasize that Black Lives Matter because there was a court case this past week that reached a verdict, and it's not exactly a verdict that it's a verdict that we were expecting, that we were hoping wouldn't happen.
Yeah, dude, I knew it was gonna happen the second that judge was just like, the judge was so pro that kid, like it was disgustingly blatant. I knew it was a wrap.
Mm-hmm.
One of the character witnesses or something for the for Kyle Rittenhouse or whatever that kid's name is. One of the character witnesses for him was just like, the judge was like, it's Memorial Day, so let's all clap for all veterans that are in the courthouse. Are there any? And the only person was the character witness for the kid. So he stood up, everybody was like, everybody applaud. So before he even takes the stand, you're just like, this is a veteran, we're applauding him. So when he starts speaking all nicely, of course, dude, it was disgusting. There was one picture that looked like it was a grandfather and a grandson.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't give us.
The judge apparently is a very, very conservative judge and has gotten in trouble in the past for some of his verdicts. And this is the Kyle Rittenhouse case, Triton. At the end
during the Black Lives Matters protest, he crossed state lines with an assault rifle
to air quotes defend property.
Mm-hmm.
Heaviest of air quotes. And just and again, I just kind of want to state this, and like some people too. I feel like I can imagine a subsect of people being like, "Oh, why do you keep saying Black Lives Matter?" It's just like because
it's ever needed.
it's ever needed. Like I don't want that saying to be a trend that only pops up when there's a giant event and we move on afterwards. No, I don't want to be a part of that. So I'm going to every damn week say it. Even if it's just a tiny reminder, even if it seems annoying, Black Lives do matter. So just wanted to give it a tiny little pedestal with that. So yeah, that case. And
Disgusting.
Yeah.
From the start, it was bad.
Like
there was never a glimmer of hope that it was gonna be treated with respect. The moment that the prosecution opened up and tried to say the word victim and got shot down by the judge, I was like, no.
I forgot the judge said you can't say
victims.
They're not victims. They're rioters.
Yep. The moment I heard that, I'm like, all right, this is a
dude,
sham trial.
This was the biggest sham right here. They got footage of him shooting, thrown out of court because it was from a cell phone. So to blow it up, they said it was an AI program that just kind of thinks what's happening but doesn't really know. Just like neighboring pixels and just kind of figures out what happens. And they got that thrown out. They got the footage thrown out based off of AI just kind of whatever's the footage to blow it up. Dude, disgusting.
And
all these conservative pieces of trash on Twitter going, justice is served. You piece of garbage. How do these people sleep? Just because my guns.
It's not even that. It's not even the fact of my guns. It's just literally, I protect my own.
It's disgusting.
That's all it is. Dude, have you been seeing... God. I've been seeing a whole lot of the right-wing meme zones posted on Twitter and stuff because I keep seeing people like share it because they're so fucking pissed. And dude, the right wing they're treating him like the new Trump.
Oh, dude, there was a post of just like two conservative people that are just like, we're gonna have like a poker tournament to see who's gonna get him as an intern.
Yep. Well, what's his name? No, he's already been offered a job by Tucker Carlson.
Of course.
No, not Tucker Carlson.
Who you want.
Not Tucker Carlson. What's his name? Matt Gaetz.
Oh, why would you want to intern with Matt Gaetz? Provable sex fiend Matt Gaetz?
Absolved murderer Kyle Rittenhouse?
Yeah, you're fair.
Yep.
But if I was Kyle, why would I want to go through Gaetz and not somebody else?
Because that you're essentially guaranteeing a future in American politics in the right-wing sector completely. It's a free job.
Yeah, but I feel like you can do it for... I feel like there's other people that are going to be like, yeah, we want that kid too.
Possibly, but Gaetz said it on national television.
On
Fox News.
I wouldn't pick Gaetz.
But that's the thing is, that's what he ends up actually doing is besides the point. People of high proliferation on their side are literally putting him on a god pedestal.
Yes, absolutely.
And that's the thing is, this is where we've come to. Like, I know we've been fucked. I know this is trash, but like,
it's openly trash now.
What are you getting? What are they getting from this besides just defeating the libs? Like, there's no sense. There's no intelligence. There's no reason, rhyme, rationale. Nothing. It doesn't exist. This is literally just us versus them. That's all it is. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
It's Kyle, John. Yeah, it makes none. Like, I will never understand. But you know, I'm not. I didn't grow up with that type of mindset, so I wouldn't even start to know what it's about, like how your mentality works to the point of I want to hire this kid simply because I'm so anti Black Lives Matter. I'm so because hashtag all lives matter.
Yeah.
I'm so anti taking away guns and open carry and all that I will go so headstrong into not just protecting a murderer, wanting to hire him. Dude, it was so biased. Like, it was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen.
Yeah. All right. We could talk
This
about
is
that.
punishment for OJ getting off.
Wow. Okay. Moving on to something, honestly, well, everything's going to be way funnier than this, but this, from a sports fan, this just makes
That's
me...
implying there was levity in that, Mike.
True.
What are you doing?
I gotta laugh at the end, so thank you.
Did you guys hear about the Staples Center?
The Pistons fight?
No.
Oh, Crypto Stadium?
Yes.
Oh.
Staples Center has been bought and is going to be renamed into the Crypto.com Arena. One of
What?
the
Hold on.
most celebrated sports arenas in the country
Okay.
is getting renamed.
Have any of you seen the Crypto.com ad?
No.
Okay, so I went to see Eternals in the theater, and one of the ads that played before before the trailers started was an ad for Crypto.com. Now, I don't know if there's any way in hell that he did this and he's just not taking credit for it. But this shit, Musk has to be involved directly with his hand in this somehow, because the trailer literally starts with, I forgot his name, the motherfucker who plays Jason Bourne.
Matt Damon?
Matt Damon walking through a spaceship with Mars in the background of the glass, talking about mankind hasn't evolved without taking risks, and it's the risk takers who have always been remembered by history.
Just like this commercial.
Just like crypto.
It ends with Matt Damon looking out into the broad landscape of Mars. And I'm just like, this is so on the Musk nose. It couldn't be more Elon.
Oh, that sounds horrible.
But you remembered it, and you're going to remember it for a very long time.
And they got you.
And they got you.
That's all they needed to do.
No,
They got you.
Dude, you don't understand. I thought this was like an ad for something more. Like, I'm going.
Yo, this movie looked pretty good. When's
You
this
know,
boy coming out?
I'm
All being
putting it-
advertised too.
I'm dropping it in the Discord. Just look at this. You don't understand. Like, the budget for this ad is insane. Like, there's like fake holograms. Like,
Fortune favors the brave? This is terrible.
not fortune favors the bold, the actual quote. It's fortune favors the brave so they can avoid copyright.
Wow.
Dude, I no words.
This is so douchey.
Hey, I'm liking it.
This is so douchey.
You got the balls.
And guess what? The Lakers...
Climbing the mountain, heroic man spirit.
How did man advance by climbing a mountain? We ain't do a club? What's up?
Yeah, I'll post this in general for everyone else.
No, imagine sitting there and then seeing the crypto logo pop up at the end.
All right, I can just post this in the chat.
This is
That has to be
yeah.
paid for and funded by Elon Musk. I can't.
But yeah, the Lakers and the Clippers are going to be playing underneath that logo.
It won't even sound right.
And LeBron
Not
James with
being
the
the
massive
staple.
dunk in the Crypto.com Arena.
Staples Center just rolls off the tongue.
Yeah.
Tonight's game brought to you by NFTs. by the monkey.
Boy. That's just... Oof.
Dude, these crypto bros do not understand what NFTs are.
No, they don't.
They're getting so sad about it.
They're getting swindled.
Did you see the billboard ad that got put up by that center?
No.
It was viral on Twitter. I forgot to save it. I can't find it. I've been looking for it the past few minutes. There is a billboard ad for a business that says, "Now hiring crypto bros. It's okay. We get it. Come get a job." I was just like, wow.
Right clickers rise up. That's everyone. Like I remember I saw this whole thing where it's like this guy was like offering lessons or something on NFTs, and then and he's just like he NFT'd his Twitch icon, and someone like just posted, it's like, oh, yep, saved as, and like posted it on Twitter. It's like, you can't do that. How did you do that? You can't do that. Like, yeah, I can. I just right clicked save as. Like, but no, you can't do that. Why is Twitter allowing this? It's like, you do realize that displaying that image on Twitter is the exact same thing I just did, right? Every time someone renders your Twitter, they are downloading that downloading that image onto their screen. Like, well, why would Twitter allow this? Like, what's causing Twitter to do that? It's called hypertext markup language, also known as HTML. They're like, wait, how long has this been happening? Since roughly the 1980s, my friend. They're like, you realize you bought a token. It's called
it's a non-fungible token or something like that.
You bought a non-fungible token. The thing that you bought is just a little bite of information that says, hey, I own this. Like,
you own that specific your specific version of it. That's it. You don't own the picture itself. You own the picture you have of that picture.
Yeah. It's like you
and they are not getting it.
It's like you're doing lessons on NFTs, yet you don't understand this?
No.
Ooh, bro. Did you hear about the dude that downloaded every NFT in history?
No.
And somebody said you should make an NFT out of it.
Amazing.
Yeah, it was just like, I just downloaded every one ever.
So someone could really... I can't think of like an exact idea for this, but like when like websites first became like a big thing. I've talked about this on the podcast before, but there was this dude that bought the URL 1millionpixels.com, and he just made a website that had a 1,000 by 1,000 pixel area, and you could just buy pixels for ad content for $1 each. And the dude, or it's like $1,000,000website.com or something. I forget what it was exactly called, but the dude made $1 million by just offering a pixel for $1. I feel like somehow with like saved NFTs or something, like, I don't know, like there's some wiggle room for some bullshit.
Bro, if you download somebody's NFT, you can honestly just undercut whatever they're trying to sell.
Yeah.
If you got every one of them, bruh. Oh, I love how these boys don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
You're a sucker, just trying to sucker a bigger sucker. So when you buy that $1,200 NFT, you're just hoping to sell it for $3,000.
Mm-hmm.
Because NFTs are only as valuable as the sucker willing to buy it.
Yep. It's nuts. And there are sites now that are like actually implementing like anti-NFT things. So there's an artist that I follow that does like a lot of really cool, like he likes to do like prehistoric type drawings. He does like realistic versions of Pokemon. He's done like Godzilla things where he's turned Godzilla monsters into Pokemon and a whole bunch of different stuff. Actually, he's the artist that worked on the Pokemon movie, the Detective Pikachu movie.
Okay, that was a good movie.
And he was beta testing this stuff for DeviantArt, where basically it's like DeviantArt can detect when someone is attempting to make an NFT of your artwork. And just like, yeah, it's like there's now like software stuff that's coming out to like prevent this, which is nuts. to me.
Yeah, it should be like because people will just download a JPEG and then try to sell a NFT of it of somebody else's art. Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh yeah, Triton, 1,000,000% people are buying them. People are buying them for stupid money.
Oh, but thousands, millions.
I've seen a NFT go for like 4.2 million. Like
Things are only worth as much as somebody's willing to pay.
as much as a sucker is willing to pay them.
Diamonds are just hunks of rocks, but
NFTs are
buy 'em
forever
for-
until servers die. So yeah, all right. There's still so much to talk about. Holy shit, this week was nuts. Anyone see the Turning Red trailer, the Pixar movie?
Nope.
I did.
I don't know. I'm digging this movie. I think I'm gonna enjoy it a lot. It seems fun. Not a
What's
fan?
it about?
Your girl turns into a big red panda. Hilarity ensues.
Yeah.
It's a Pixar movie, so obviously there's some other message that's going to be in there. But
Of course. It's about the family. Okay, thanks.
I mean, Coco was about the family.
Okay, thanks.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Just I like the spunkiness of the characters and what have you, and just the vibe of it. Animation. I mean, Pixar animation is always gonna be Pixar animation. It looks gorgeous. But
yeah, for precocious kids, I'm like, yeah, 4 is too much. Big number.
What's the ideal number then? 3?
2.
2.
Yeah.
3 is optimal group stuff. Dynamic stuff.
let's see. We got apparently Disney's Enchanto came out. Didn't realize it had come out. I'm assuming no one
And
here
I
seen it.
can't be watching it anyway, so.
Okay, I'll watch it once it's available on Disney
What is
Plus.
it?
It's so you know how there's like Pixar and then Disney Animation. It's Disney Animation's next movie. It's like a house full of people with supernatural abilities, but the main character doesn't have any. My hero without the heroes.
Goodness
essence.
gracious. I don't think, maybe I've
No,
seen a picture of this.
it looks interesting. I just don't care enough right now.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. We have.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. I remember seeing that.
Has anyone watched or cared about the Arcane, the League of Legends animated show?
It is outstanding. I did not expect it. I expected it to be like maybe decent, and I have been blown the fuck away by it. Like full on surprised. It has been some of like the best voice acting work. The animation is creative, fun. The writing is amazing. The main few characters, right, from League of Legends, Vi and Jinx. It's a pair of sisters, and their lore is just like it's a jumbled mess, as most lore is from the League's original standpoint. They have created such an in-depth and well-written background for these characters now. I can't even see them the same as I used to. At all. It's intense is the best word I can put for it.
Okay.
And I cannot wait for more.
Give me the fighting game, and then maybe I'll care about characters.
That is that have a release date? I know it's like been teased and announced a little bit, but like.
No, they just did its first gameplay trailer this past weekend. So
I feel like you could do that with a lot of MOBAs. Like it's the wide cast of characters. It's already there. You just have to make movesets.
yeah, they got the movesets. It's a assist-based tag gameplay. Yeah, it's gonna be disgusting. It looks a little Guilty Gear-ish.
Okay. All right. Trying to wrap up TV and trailers. I've not watched it yet, but BG, you have watched Cowboy Bebop.
Yep. It is perfectly fine. Didn't like the ending. Move along.
I am hearing the literal opposite. Well, there is no opposite to find because that's in the middle.
Yeah.
Huh.
The problem is
shut up.
the problem is so many people wanted it either 1 for 1 or
different enough to make it warranted to actually do it.
What they did was they took the story of Bebop and they just told it in a different way. They did a bunch of different things with it, and I was one. And they did some episodes that were almost one for one the plot beats of the anime, and other ones they were just like, no, we're gonna just do this, and I was fine with it. It's Cowboy Bebop. It's not Cowboy Bebop in name, like Dragon Ball Evolution. It's not like that. This is Cowboy Bebop, just different stories.
Mm-hmm.
And people didn't want that. So
yeah, I've seen the snippets of Ed, and
I loved her.
All those camera angles just brought me back to 90s commercials.
Which was perfect. What do you mean? It's perfect for Ed and for this anime that was in the 90s.
I'm not saying it's a good or bad thing. I'm just saying it's what it brought me back to. I still have yet to watch the show. I just
Plus,
saw.
I don't know why people are talking about all these clips. And there was only one clip of Ed. She came at the very end of the final one in a post credit scene.
That's what I figured. Oh yeah,
it was perfectly fine.
Yeah,
Move along.
I will be watching it. And then we have the Spider-Man trailer. Spider-Man.
I'm gonna walk away for a second then.
Okay.
I'm going dark.
Okay. BG, let us know once he's in the clear. Or not.
I'm sorry. We were talking about what's going on in wrestling. They are blatantly advertising these Pizza Hut pizzas, and it's the most disgusting thing ever.
Oh.
No.
Product placement, but not. Like they're just talking about the product.
One of the tag teams came out just carrying Pizza Hut boxes. Then they went over to the announce table, kept opening and closing the boxes, and then gave them slices of pizza.
Okay.
Dude, blatant. And then the Pizza Hut boxes are just still there.
Of course.
My God.
All right, so we've all seen the trailer, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Toby and Garfield are in the movie.
Oh, it's not even a question.
It's not even a question. Like that end
I don't
scene.
know why it was a question before.
That end scene where it's Garfield. Oh my God. Current actor. What the fuck is his name? I'm blanking. Holy shit.
I literally was about to say it, and then you kept talking, and it
Tom
fucking
Holland.
slipped my mind.
Thank you.
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland jumping at Sandman, Lizard, and Electro. And I think it was like there's a clip going around. It's like the Brazilian trailer.
You can't hear it anyway.
Let that scene linger for like a little bit longer, and it shows Lizard getting punched in the face by something invisible. So there's one of two things. One, hey, maybe it's Miles and he's cloaked. That'd be cool. But the more probable thing, and it's because Marvel has done this in the past, is the trailer was edited to remove Toby and Andrew.
1,000,000%.
Yes. And even so, there was a clip that showed Zendaya, Tom Holland, and the actor for Ned.
Oh, dude, this is 100% gross with his pizza stuff. They brought it into the ring, and now they're eating it.
Oh, lovely. They were giving a, reaction, quote unquote reaction to the trailer. And there was a point for fucking Tom Holland. He can't help himself. It shows that scene with Electro, Sandman, and Lizard, and then, Tom Holland, Spider-Man jumping at them. And he goes, wait, where is, and then he stops himself. It's just like, dude, you can't help it, man.
He's too excited about this.
He's just a spoiler fiend. But overall, we got more looks at Doc Ock. We got some looks at Goblin. New Electro costume. Granted, anything was a step up from Spider-Man 2, but it looks awesome.
It's much better.
Sandman is just a CGI sand monster. Can't really do too much different with him. But it seems like everyone is getting like they come into the world and like something new is added. Just because Do we think that second Green Goblin that we saw, that's still Defoe, or are we thinking that might be Amazing Spider-Man Goblin?
Hard to say. I think it's all Defoe though.
I think it is too, but like that'd be kind of.
But it's hard to say.
Yeah. But just I'm.
There's a theory on the plot that when Strange says Scooby Doo this thing, there's a 13 Ghosts of Scooby Doo, which is basically they open a thing by mistake, so they have to round up ghosts at different parts of the world to set everything right.
Mm-hmm.
So Sandman might be in a place, Goblin might be in a place, so they might need to go get them.
Yeah. And then the end bit of where Strange is like they're coming through. I don't think I can stop them. Basically, the purple stuff is basically ripped straight from What If. So it's just like some of that stuff might tie in a little bit too.
Yep.
But yeah, overall, I am.
It was kind of a letdown.
The trailer?
It was fine enough.
You wanted Toby or?
No, I didn't even need that. It just it's not a lot. Not a lot going on. It's all stuff I already knew. So
I had enough there for me.
Okay.
I need my Defoe. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm glad he's back. Just him being nuts is always a great thing. All right.
He should play the Joker, like legit, just one time.
Yeah. It'd be a bit hard to separate him from Goblin, but it can be done. At least in my head.
I wouldn't even care.
Alrighty. All right. DA can come back.
Yeah, I'm about to yell at him to do so.
Okay. Other small tidbits. There was a teaser for the Halo TV show. It's happening. Holy shit. Like, we actually... There's actually footage. Kind of nuts. Let's see. We got... the Halo Infinite multiplayer beta. So 343 just decided this week, hey, multiplayer's out. It's like, what? Yep, multiplayer's out. Go play it. It's like, oh,
They didn't decide. Oh, it leaked heavy.
Really?
It was the plan because it was like the 20th anniversary of Halo or something. So they were like, well, it's gonna drop, y'all. Like 3 or 4 days before it happened.
Oh, okay. I did not see that. Yeah, Gavin, that is weird. Gavin can like load the game and what have you. It's just like his computer refuses to play it. He tried to play with me and Ralph a couple days ago, and it wasn't happening.
Geesh.
Maybe reinstall it if you haven't done that already. I have no idea.
What did he plan it through?
I think it's PC.
Game Pass, or did he buy it, or just download it from like Steam or something?
I don't know. I mean, like I got it through Game Pass, and then
I have it through Steam.
and then Ralph got it through Steam, and we were playing together. So Gavin got it through Steam.
Oh, Steam, yeah, I got nothing for you. Because sometimes Game Pass messes things up heavy. I want a pizza all of a sudden. They got me.
I too would enjoy a pizza.
Gavin's PC is a Doom fan. No Halo. Only Doom.
But no joke though, Halo is fun.
It is extremely fun. It is. It brings back to me all of the memories and all of like the fun stuff that I remember from Halo 3, and just adds so much.
Yep.
The movement's great. The shooting feels good. The weapons are awesome. The only thing that is lacking at the moment, and it's something that can be easily fixed, is there's no like dedicated Slayer playlist or objective playlist right now. It's just
I don't like the alternating playlists. Like give us matchmaking, please.
Yeah. So and I think that's gonna happen. Like 343 tends to be pretty good about that stuff.
It's nice to have Halo right now, since the current build of Battlefield has me genuinely sad.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, it's all bad.
At
least I haven't played since. Let me see if did they put out a new patch yet? Is there a new patch yet? No, there's not. The patch they put out the day of release, like before pre-release patch, broke it more for me. Actually, the servers were more stable, but the game struggled to start running correctly. I feel like they broke a lot of things trying to fix the server
So
stability.
Dice is pulling a dice, is what you're saying.
Worse than usual.
Oh no.
Let me put it like this: they broke physics. The hovercraft, that thing is a spider. It can go on any surface. So this thing is already
from snakes to
it's,
spiders.
it needs to have the armor class of a fucking Jeep, but it's got the armor class of a tank. It's
Fun.
fast, it's annoying, it can climb buildings. Because once it gets on an angle, it'll attach to that surface and just zoom right up.
Fun.
It's bad.
So yeah,
I'm
I'll definitely
really
wait
aggravated.
to snag that until it's.
I
evened out.
like the game at its core. Like what it plays as is fun, but it's broken.
Give us a love matchmaking system in Halo. Gotta spread the love.
Because as of right now, the net code for like most guns is shit. The hitboxes for most guns are shit. They don't work. It's like the DM7 and the PP49, PP whatever the fuck it's called, are like the only guns that have actual good hit reg. Everything else is pretty much broken.
That's unfortunate. The
Like,
game, at the core, the game looks fun. Just like all the like zaniness and
It
craziness and what have you.
It's fun. Like I played it their first day with Kevin and Brett, and we genuinely had a time that we hadn't had since Battlefield 3. Like it was fun. It needs the correct tweaks and it needs the correct nerfs, because my god, that hovercraft, it's the worst.
Mm-hmm. Oh, all right. Well, in the meantime, we can play some more Halo.
Yeah, that's the plan for me at least.
EG, are you thinking of maybe picking it up? Game Pass?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I've already downloaded it. I just haven't started it.
Gotcha. We need to play.
Yeah, I'm watching like a Lifetime Battlefield streamer essentially. Like, it's how he got his start.
I honestly thought you were about to transition into Lifetime movie.
No, but a comment just came up that it's like true to feel. The comment, it literally says the game has so much damn potential. If they can just fix the issues and reintroduce a lot of the much needed quality of life stuff, this game will be one of, if not the best Battlefields yet. Again, the lack of server like selection, lack of close quarters combat maps, like because the maps are too big, and that's one of the things I loved about Battlefield 4 was the CQC maps, where you can just go in and have your gunplay without having to worry about a tank or a helicopter. Like, give us back the quality of life updates that we literally should have had at launch. Like, what are you doing?
Hitting a deadline.
Hitting that deadline.
Yeah, it's honestly, again, like I keep saying it. That's honestly why I'm really liking what Halo's doing right now.
Yeah, agreed.
They could have maybe delayed it a month or something to iron out some of these things. Release the multiplayer. If like it was the whole game is released, right? Like single player, multiplayer, everything.
Yeah.
They could have like just released the single player or something for the intermediate and be like, multiplayer, we have some things to kink out, but like once that's happened, we'll release it afterwards, no additional cost. And then maybe add a few things like as they're doing it. Like especially with these multiplayer shooters, I feel like that's the model that they need to do going forward.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure.
All right.
Yeah, but why would you do that when you can release it broken? People will still buy it in droves and then just patch it later as needed with much less resources.
It's better PR in general.
Okay. How much did Madden sell this year? A lot. EA sucks. How much did Far Cry 5 or 6 or whatever sell? Well,
Not a clue. I don't know if that game was like bad or broken or anything though.
But Ubisoft, bad PR. They don't give a shit. The fans don't give a sh. The companies don't give a sh. Because the people that do give a sh are the minority of people. So if quote unquote gamers give a sh about something, if something sells 1 million, it's probably 50K people that just like, I'm not gonna buy that. Why would they care? They sold 950K.
Sorry, I was reading chat. Yeah,
You do that.
I don't know. You are correct. It's just unfortunate when there are release models and software development cycles that could make games better, but then, money. Bottom line. True versus. All right.
I mean, you say never forget the backlash, but do you think people are not going to buy the next CD Projekt Red game? People get caught up in the hype machines.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what happened before or after hype machine.
I won't. But that's just me. I've not touched that game ever since like the first week that I got it. Did anyone here watch One Piece 1000?
No.
All right then. I did watch the intro.
The intro's really good.
The intro is very good.
Yeah, the intro was flames.
I love how it starts in the 4/3 and then widens out as the song kicks in. It was great.
Amazing.
But I guess it was like a recap episode, from what I heard. I don't know if anyone has even heard anything, just because I know people were complaining about it. It's just like, oh, just like recapping everything. It's like, yeah, but like it's episode 1000. Like, I feel like this is like a chance for the animators to be like, look at where we came from, like, and look how far we have to go.
Exactly what it was, so I can't really comment on that.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, it happened. And they're still a ways away from chapter 1000, at least in anime terms, I believe.
Oh, yes. They're at like chapter 982 or something.
Okay. All right. So next up, we have our good old friend, the Game Awards. Nominees have come out. This is the year where basically I feel like all the delays that happened really caught up in terms of like what was released.
Oh, 1,000,000%.
Because just like a lot of the games that came out, some people probably wouldn't consider of category, I guess, or like would be in the category. I'm not trying to describe it. Let's see. Come on, website. I seriously have to go through all these info. Whatever. Okay. All right. So we have going through this game of the year. We have Deathloop, It Takes Two, Metroid Dread, Psychonauts 2, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, and Resident Evil Village.
Yeah, it's a weird list.
Yeah.
That's not a great one.
I'm voting for Metroid Dread just because Nintendo fanboy. But I've heard extremely good things about It Takes Two. I've heard extremely good things about Ratchet & Clank
Same.
Rift Apart.
You know what? Dia and I could play It Takes Two.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
I was actually gonna see if if you two don't do it, I'd be open for either one of you to play it as well.
It seems very fun.
Yes.
Our brothers played. What was their other game where you hit Prison Break?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I can't think of the name.
Same.
A Way Out.
A Way Out. Yes.
Yeah, they played that, and I watched them. I'm like, wow, this seems very fun. And then they just made another game that was just like, hey, there's even more co-op and all that. I'm like, okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Deathloop. I
too bad I'm
started.
anti-content.
Deathloop. I started. I just need to like get myself back into it. So, I don't know. For some reason, Bethesda games and me just don't jive anymore. Besides like Doom, and I don't know why. Resident Evil Village. I've seen nothing but good about that game. All the games here are good, but there isn't like something that I would have considered like a heavy hitter. Like people were thinking Cyberpunk was going to be here because from all the hype and what have you, but
Yeah.
That didn't happen. We have Best Game Direction, Deathloop, It Takes Two, Returnal, Psychonauts 2, and Ratchet & Clank. Creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. Best narrative. Deathloop, It Takes Two, Life is Strange True Colors, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, and Psychonauts 2. Honestly, no idea. Like, my thought is, hey, Life is Strange because it's basically the whole game. It's a story-driven game, but...
Closed.
Best art direction, The Artful Escape, Deathloop, Kenna Bridge of Spirits, that should win, Psychonauts 2, and Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. Kenna deserves all the awards. Best score and music, The Artful Escape, Cyberpunk 2077, woo! Deathloop, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, and then Nier Replicant. Yeah, just Nier always has great music, but everything else I wasn't really super aware of. Best audio design, Deathloop, Forza Horizon 5, Ratchet & Clank, Resident Evil Village, and Returnal. I'm still surprised you haven't played Returnal, DA. Time junk.
Just because it's time junk doesn't mean I'm automatically attracted to it, because I don't like a whole lot of different types of games and things like that.
True.
So
It seemed like hack and slashy, though.
yeah, it takes a lot for me to get into a game, especially if it's a genre that I'm not exactly familiar with.
Gotcha. All right, we have best performance for for voice acting. Erica Mori is Alex Chen from Life is Strange. Giancarlo Esposito.
Oh, why are we going through all of these? Because we're gonna go through the winners too. We can go through the nominees there.
I'm basically getting through these. Like, once we get to like esports things, I don't care. I'm just going through these ones. Giancarlo Esposito as Anton Castillo in Far Cry 5 or 6. Sorry, I think he's probably gonna win. Jason Kelly is Colt Vaughn from Deathloop. Maggie Robertson is Lady. How do you pronounce her name? Dimitrescu? How do you say her name?
Dimitrescu.
Vampire Lady. Resident Evil Village, and Ozioma Akaga as Julianne Blake from Deathloop. I'm pretty sure Giancarlo is going to win that. Games for Impact. Best Ongoing, Apex, Final Fantasy 15. Final Fantasy 15 should win this for sure. Fortnite, Genshin Impact, and Call of Duty Warzone. Best Indie. So this one to me has some contention. We got 12 Minutes, Death's Door, Inscription, Kenna, and Loop Hero. To me, it's between Kenna and 12 Minutes. Kenna was great.
12 minutes was weird.
12 Minutes was weird, but like, it was still, to me, a very fun mystery, a very good experience, and I had a lot of fun playing the game.
100%. But it was weird.
True. And, you know, some people didn't know how doors work, but let's move past that.
Or that you can go inside of bathrooms.
Yeah.
Hey, I always pee outside the bathroom if I don't know what's in there. I'm scared of that. We've talked about this, BG.
Best mobile game. Whatever. Best community support, Apex, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 15, Fortnite, No Man's Sky. I feel like No Man's Sky. Innovation and accessibility, best VR, AR, best action game, Back 4 Blood, Chivalry 2, Deathloop, Far Cry, and Returnal. Honestly, don't know what should win there. I'm guessing Deathloop, best action adventure, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, Metroid Dread, it should win. Psychonauts 2, Ratchet & Clank, and Resident Evil Village. And then best RPG, Cyberpunk 2077, Monster Hunter Rise, Scarlet Nexus, Shin Megami Tensei 5, and Tales of Arise. Have you picked that up yet, BG?
Which one?
Shin Megami?
Tails.
Oh, yes, I've already started it.
Okay. Let me know how
But
that
dude,
is.
my backlog, I swear to God.
Let me know how that is. And for me right now, Scarlet Nexus and Tales of Arise, I'd probably go Tales of Arise out of those two. But those are the top two for me. Best fighting. We got Demon Slayer, the fighting game Demon Slayer, Guilty Gear Strive, which is probably what's going to win. Melty Blood type Lumina, have no idea what that is. Nickelodeon.
Oh, that should win.
Really?
Yeah, I love Lumia.
Over Guilty Gear.
Yeah.
Okay.
This doesn't feel like a Guilty Gear.
Gotcha.
It's kind of boring.
I've been hearing that quite a lot.
It's kind of boring.
I haven't touched it, but I've been hearing that a lot. I'm like, really?
Melty
Because
Blood is killing it though.
Okay. Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, and Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown.
Was that really all the fighting games that came out?
Fighting games are not popular. I don't know
Yeah.
why people think they are. Like, just because you get a Mortal Kombat or Injustice every 2 years that blows up the charts, don't mean there's 17 of them coming out every week.
Yeah.
You can find an action adventure game by sneezing, and you'll produce 17 of them.
Yeah.
But
And think about it too, like when a developer makes a game that like people really like, they milk it. Street Fighter, was it Street Fighter 5? How long has that game been getting new shit?
Now you need to talk about Street Fighter 4. That was very because it was Street
I
Fighter 4, Super Street Fighter.
I think
Arcade
5 has
Edition, all
exceeded
this.
that at this point.
I would agree with that. Because they really started leaning into things like fight money and all this microtransaction-y stuff a lot more. So I think it came out in 2014, I want to say.
So
It was right around the time the PS4 and the PS
so 7 years.
yeah, it was either 2014 or 2015.
And they
I wanna
still
say.
add shit to it as of this year.
Well, they weren't supposed to, but
16.
16, thank you. They weren't supposed to, so it's about 5 years. They were supposed to end before this season, but the game, Street Fighter 6, the producer of it, they said the game was not what they wanted. So they let him go and started from scratch. And because of that, they couldn't go a year without Street Fighter on the tongues of people. So they did another season of DLC characters.
Yeah, GTA 5 has been getting milked for a while as well. And then I think
GTA 5 is the grossest.
yeah. And then the
That's
best
2013.
Yeah.
And
Xbox 360
Dude.
and PlayStation 3.
it might legit be 10 years before we get another Grand Theft Auto game.
Yeah. And then
I'd just like to say that Street Fighter 4 came out in
2009.
2008.
No, that was arcade.
Okay.
It is. Yep, arcade and Ultra.
The home console was 9.
Ultra came out in 2014.
Ultra was You know what? I will say Street Fighter 4 was grosser because you could not place Super Street Fighter 5 by just downloading a patch and buying it. You had to get a whole new game. It's just like Marvel vs. Capcom 3, the Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. You needed a whole new game.
Yeah. Next up, we have Best Family or the Nintendo Award because 4 out of the 5 games are Nintendo. It Takes Two is the only outlier. And we have Mario Party Superstars, New Pokemon Snap, Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, and WarioWare Get It Together. Mario Party's winning this. Best Sim Strategy, Age of Empires 4, which I didn't realize had come out, so I'm gonna probably pick that up. Evil Genius 2, World Domination, Humankind, Inscription, Microsoft Flight Simulator. I feel like the game's been out for a couple of years. Best Sports Racing, F1 2021, FIFA 22, Forza Horizon 5, Hot Wheels Unleashed, and Riders Republic. That I feel should win. Best Multiplayer, Back for Blood, Knockout City, It Takes Two, Monster Hunter Rise, New World, and Valheim. I'm thinking New World is probably going to win that.
Knockout City, get it in there.
Really? That's the
Oh,
dodgeball
so
one,
fun.
right?
Yes, it is.
It's so good.
And then the rest are whatever categories. So yes, I think it said 17 days. December 9th is when that'll happen. So obviously there's going to be the awards as well as, of course, trailers. More than likely some of us will be doing a watch along. Oh dang, maybe that should be something we play for December. I'll grab it. Knockout City. What is it, a crossplay or is it on anything specific? DA?
I don't know. I played on PS4. I don't know what it is. I know it's on PC, but
Okay.
Knockout City.
Oh, what about it?
He
I
says it
wanted to know what he was playing it on and if it had crossplay or whatever.
It was free on PS Plus.
Oh, okay. I'll probably snag it then for
So-
PS5.
Probably still.
I don't know
is.
if it still is, but it was at one of the PS Pluses.
Okay, we'll see.
Yeah.
That's where I got it from.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yes, Game Awards are happening. Now, get into some of the juicy bits. So, I believe it
At
was
10 o'clock.
Tuesday. Warner Media, Warner Bros. Through a new studio called, I think, Player One Studios, or I forget the name of the studio, announced their platform fighter that was leaked like a couple weeks ago, Multiverses, which is basically a Smash clone. Probably more akin to like Brawlhalla than Smash Bros per se. But with Warner franchises. So we got DC with Superman, Harley Quinn, Wonder Woman, Batman. We got Bugs Bunny. We got Tom and Jerry. Game of Thrones, Arya Stark. Who else was in there? Who am I missing?
Steven Universe.
Steven Universe and Garnet from Steven Universe. Ultimate Instinct Shaggy. So they have a website that you can go on. You can also sign up to get into like their select closed beta and or their playtest, and they have bios for all the characters. And they literally wrote in a backstory for as to why Shaggy is Ultimate Instinct Shaggy. It's kind of great.
I mean, they had to do it. The fans demanded.
It is, yeah. And it's Matthew Lillard playing, and they got all the voices of all the characters. They have Kevin Conroy as Batman. They have, I forget the name. It's a George Newborn for Superman.
George Newborn,
who's played him for multiple decades. They got Maisie Williams as Arya Stark. They got Matthew Lillard as Shaggy. So many. And Finn and Jake from Adventure Time as well. Those are two characters. And it's a free-to-play game with microtransactions. There's like perks and stuff too. That's the only thing about it. I'm like, ugh, like there's gonna be pay-to-win mechanics. But
I mean, but is it gonna be pay-to-win mechanics, or is it gonna be pay for the characters you want to play mechanics?
And also aesthetics, costumes.
Yeah, that
aesthetic
type of
thing that is there. But there's the perks thing. We don't know too much about it, so like we don't exactly know. But there is the stuff that you can add to your characters that gives you different things.
I mean, as long as it's
Seems like moves are a part of that too, that's the big
if
thing.
it's perks, if it's a perks online and a competitive online, I'd have no problem.
Okay, that's fair.
Because
So,
that's
yeah.
the same thing they do with Injustice. You can do competitive mode, or you can do with gears and change your move set, or be stronger or weaker, whatever.
Okay. So yeah. Oh, I guess they didn't get the voice actor for Finn. Unfortunate.
I thought they did.
It sounded like him, but maybe I don't know.
Or is he too old? He's an older.
Too haggard.
Well,
I mean, they got Kevin Conroy.
yeah, but like his voice hasn't really changed too much. It's like Haley Joel Osment for Sora. Like you ain't getting Kingdom Hearts 1 Sora out of him anymore. His voice has changed too much. But so yeah, like that was announced and seems cool. And it's just like, all right, like, and then they definitely talked about, it's like, we want to foster a competitive game. And it's just like, okay, that's another jab at Nintendo. On the same day, a few hours later, at this point, I feel like Nintendo isn't doing this on accident. It's not for the goof. Panda Global, who is a esports organization primarily focused on Smash, but they venture into other games as well. They sponsor ESAM, Mars, Wadi, IBDW, and Plup from Melee. Justin Wong as well, actually, of fighting game fame. They announced that they are running a tournament circuit that is officially licensed by Nintendo, featuring both Ultimate and Melee. And I can't stress enough, that and Melee is a big fucking deal, because Nintendo has tried their damned hardest to forget that Melee exists and that people still play it.
Did they try their hardest to forget, or did they ignore it so you would go buy the new shiny?
Oh no,
toy?
they've actively canceled tournaments. Like it was the Evo 2013 where they tried to remove it from Evo 2013 and remove it from the stream. Like they have actively been antagonistic against the melee fighting scene. For the express purpose to sell their new game, yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But that I don't call that ignoring it. That's actively that's actively like attacking it, attacking the scene.
But they don't care. I don't think they would care if it was a non-stream tournament. Like they didn't cancel the tournament. They didn't want it streamed so people don't see it. They want money.
Of course, but I still view that as pretty antagonistic.
Yeah, it's definitely antagonistic, but I don't think it's.
It's probably not done with malice. It's done with the intent of.
It's done with greed.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't think they have anything against Melee, but they do have something in stake for Ultimate.
Yes.
And I think it matters less now because there's nothing new with Ultimate they need to sell.
Yeah.
And with Melee, you can't buy like a new copy of Melee, I'm assuming.
No,
so you're all
not
gonna get
pressing
that
new stuff
secondhand, and they're not gonna be making money from that. So why would you want to get people interested in that when you can make?
It's really kind of your perception of it, Triton. Like the people that play Melee, they think they 100% believe Nintendo hates Melee. But yeah, just like the fact that Nintendo as well, Nintendo of America, official Twitter account, not Nintendo Versus, not some offshoot account, expressly said, yes, we are running tournaments for Ultimate and Melee. They acknowledged it. That Nintendo is supplying cash prizes, which is another big thing. Nintendo as well has run tournaments and stuff on their own, but it's usually been like, hey, you win a backpack or a controller or something really, really dumb in terms of people that are trying to do this for a living. So cash prizes, and then it's done in partnership with a esports company that truly cares about the scene. And it's right now it's like, and it's one of those things where it's like this is a start. I think it was like in the official press release it says a small number of events, so it's not going to be like a huge circuit. Other tournaments and stuff will be out there as it has been, but like this hasn't happened before, and that's the biggest thing. Like it hasn't happened before. Many companies have tried, and it just fell through in one way or another. And I will say more the Melee community more so than the Ultimate community. There's a lot of people that are extremely hesitant, deservedly so. They've been burned multiple times, and like so I could completely understand that sentiment. But yeah, on the same damn day that Multiverse is announced, this circuit was announced. So yeah, for Melee, a lot of the big things. So like one of the things that competitive Melee has had for a number of years is this software mod called Slippy, where it's fixed a number of issues. There's this thing called UCF, which is the Universal Controller Fix. There was this thing with Melee and certain GameCube controllers where like they acted differently, and it led to some controllers not being as competitively viable. Weird thing, and this software mod fixes that. However, I think Panda is actually making a controller that has it baked into the controller itself, so that probably will get solved.
Panda's great.
Yeah, another thing that Slippy did.
Friends over there.
Yeah, another thing that Slippy did. Is KP part of Panda?
Yes, he is.
Yes, that's he was in a YouTube video recently. That's why I remembered it. Another thing that Slippy did was it removed some stage transformations, specifically Pokemon Stadium 2. Pokemon Stadium 2 was a competitive stage, basically, since Melee competitive. However, it transforms to very not neutral stages. Very, very not neutral stages. And Slippy was able to turn that off. In Vanilla Melee, you can't do that. So more than likely, that might be, like, a give that competitive Melee scene's going to do. But, like, when it's just like, oh, we have to play on transforming Pokemon Stadium 2, but we have a $5,000 prize pot. Oh no. Like, I think that's something to be like, okay, all right, Nintendo, will budge.
Also, items.
But that's the
No
thing,
Fox.
like, that's the big thing. Like, if it were just Nintendo by themselves, yeah, that shit was gonna happen. But because Panda is there, I think there's a lot of hope for this circuit. But yeah, it's gonna be a wild, interesting ride to see. But yeah, there's like that to me, like seeing that come out in the same day and just like it was just nuts, and just seeing the different reactions. Like, you got Hungry Box that's flipping the fuck out and like super happy, and then Mango's just like, I don't fucking trust Nintendo as far as I can throw them. Fuck them. It's like, okay. Mango gonna mango. But yeah. So now, last but not least, Activision. Oh, Activision. The hole just keeps getting deeper. Holy shit. So, I think it was like late last week going into early this week. The Wall Street Journal releases an article detailing more info about the whole Activision Blizzard controversy. And basically the big thing that they released was, hey, Bobby Kotick, the CEO of Activision Blizzard, knew all about all this sexual misconduct stuff way earlier than people were thinking that he did, and actively hid it from the board and shareholders. There was, I think it was the lead developer of Treyarch got caught in a sexual misconduct scandal. He was reported to HR, and he buried it. Bobby did, in order to keep him, because he was making him money via Call of Duty.
Hey, you know what? Those shareholders don't give a
Oh, the shareholders give a shit. The board is who doesn't give a shit right now.
No. They didn't care about
They didn't know
the things going on. No, they wouldn't care about the things going on. They care about their money.
I'm just saying, like, they didn't know. Like, it wasn't like something that was reported to the shareholders. It wasn't reported to the board, so it just definitely wasn't reported to the shareholders. Now that the shareholders know, they are calling for Kotick to
a small amount of them. I think it's something like the people that own 1% of the stock. Like, it's a small portion.
That was like 4 million shares.
Yeah, small portion of the stock.
Okay. And so that comes out, and of course, and you know, there's another walkout of the Activision Blizzard employees. Power to them. Deservedly so. And then the other thing that came out of this news article is some of you may remember the email that was sent out by a female member of the board that was just like, this company is so forward thinking. Like, it was the most tone deaf email in the world, to which Bobby Kotick came out afterwards just like, yeah, that email was a little bit tone deaf and what have you. Turns out the fucker wrote the email. He wrote the email and gave it to a female employee so it would look better, and then had her send it out.
Of course.
What?
There should be no
a
surprise.
Fucking scumbag.
There should be zero surprise. Come on now.
And just the fact that A, he wrote it, B, made a female employee send it, and then had the fucking gall to be like, oh man, that was a bad email, right, guys?
I don't know what's going on there. We'll talk to her though. My God, that was awful.
And because of that, she was like a part of this like female gamers board, or like female gaming employees board or something for like the industry, and got kicked out of it because of that email. And she didn't even send the fucking email.
Sounds right.
And then just like reports of there was another CEO who like got promoted to replace a Blizzard CEO. It was like her and another employee, a male coworker, that got promoted to it. And she left after, I think it was like 6 weeks, because of the sexual harassment, the sexual misconduct, feeling inferior. She was getting paid less than the person that had the same fucking job as her, but he was a dude. And just all this different stuff. And it's just like, holy fucking shit. Like, and now there's industry leaders across the board are calling them out, rightfully so. Phil Spencer is becoming like, I feel like the darling child of gaming bigwigs. In like the same day, he calls out Activision Blizzard, and they are evaluating all aspects of their relationship, rightfully so. In the same day, he says Xbox Phil Spencer says NFT game plans feel more exploitive than about entertainment. Awesome. And then Phil Spencer calls out for industry-wide support of emulation of older games to preserve the past. If we said, hey, anybody should be able to buy any game or own any game and continue to play it, that seems like a great North Star for us as an industry. Like, just banger after banger after banger of good take. And you see so many other companies. There is another one. I'm forgetting it. Like, there's a lot of companies that have just flat out pulled support from Activision Blizzard. And yes, I feel like this company, at a minimum, I shouldn't say the company. The employees deserve better. That board should burn. All of them. All of them are complicit. And all of them right now are defending and protecting.
We're standing behind him.
Bobby Kotick.
Yeah,
Just,
of course. Well, why wouldn't you?
Just, ugh. But guys, they changed McCree's name.
That's what we wanted. That helps everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
That solved all issues. What about China?
This fucker's being on my favorite whole ass villain list next to Ernesto de la Cruz. Scumbag. So yeah, more is gonna be coming of that, but just like that, all of it came out this week, and it was just bam, 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 just left hook after right hook. Just the email thing is what got me the most. I'm just like, this.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that.
This trash human being. Can't believe it.
But you know, either A, he's just gonna get another job because these industries do not care. I brought in a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Or he'll just retire with his hundreds of millions and go, I don't give a
Yep.
There's
No repercussions.
There's no repercussions here.
White collar
except he just can't make more money.
Yep. All right. Well, with that, we have actually run out of new stuff.
Hey, thank you.
Fact Man, what we got?
30 facts about fighting.
Yeah.
I hit a 3.
Weird number. Horrible number. The worst number, in fact.
Disagree.
I'll do 2.
It's because I picked 3 people as best group. Mike got 2.
23 from Versus, 7 from Gavin.
16.
7.
All right,
Go
Gavin
on,
got it.
Dueling is legal in Paraguay. So long as both parties are registered as blood donors, they can duel to the death. So they're just like, we're going to get something out of this.
But won't all the blood spill?
You want to go? You want to fucking
leave
go?
some of that in there for them.
You want to fucking go? Let's go. Wait, show me your license.
Wait. Hey,
Donor.
We got to get this certified, all right?
Donor.
Pulls out the card.
The policeman's like,
Hey,
donor.
let me see your ID. Hold up. Where's your donor card? Nah, we can't do it, fam. Sorry.
Sorry.
I was with you. I was ready.
I'm just imagining like the cop going up checking it and just like turning to like the celebrity deathmatch. All right, let's get it on.
Legally sanctioned death matches, so long as they profit.
That is amazing.
Not even an organ donor, blood donor.
It was like, hey, you can shoot through that liver, but keep that red stuff inside you.
Swords, guns, fisticuffs. I will give it. I better see red.
Paraguay is in South America. Did not know where it was. Underneath Brazil.
Brazil.
Oh,
You
boy.
dead after I hit up this blood drop.
Oh my god.
Hang on, man. I gotta get recertified real quick, and then I'm coming for you. it's coming in the mail. You gotta wait 3 to 5 days.
Can't stab this person in the heart. We need this blood. Oh boy. I wonder how many duels are done at blood drives. It's like, hey, we're
Just outside of there, just like, hey,
we're right
blood
here.
drive /
What
dueling center.
What if there's like an official bucket holder for the blood? So when they start getting stabbed, it's just like, oh god.
Wait, what blood types are they? Incompatible. Dump it. Dump the bucket. Oh my god, that is amazing. You know what? I'm googling it. Like, what are the stipulations of the duel? Is it like, does it have to be fisticuffs? Can weapons be involved? I'm curious now. Paraguay dueling. Let's see.
Duel.
Why is dueling like the why?
Why did
this,
Joey
this
come
says
out there?
pistol dueling.
Wait, is seriously pistol? You found something?
This one says pistol dueling. It says the Duke's Student Affairs.
See, provided both
Pistol dueling.
Oh, we got Wikipedia. Legislation. Let's see. Para G. Both parties, no evidence. It says there's a frequently quoted claim that dueling is legal in Paraguay if both parties are blood donors. No evidence exists that this is indeed true. Why did I look it up? Now I'm sad.
Aww.
Never look things up. You'll be disappointed. Right, Republicans? Anyways, thank you for everybody for tuning into this episode of the Podcast of Stuff. Ralph, are we going to see you next week?
Yes, sir. I am off.
All right. He is going to be here indeed.
I shall return.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning into this episode of the Podcast of Stuff. We will see you next week.
Later.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.